I'm calling this class flourishing with gratitude because I really feel like it can really change a life. It has certainly changed mine in a lot of ways. I feel like I'm a different person. And I started this like 6 years ago when I got a really nasty diagnosis with my cancer. And I had 50% survival in 5 years. And it was like supposed to go downhill. And so I took a class at the Cancer Center on gratitude, and I really took to it, and I really feel like it's one of the things that really was a big factor in my healing. And I'm happier and healthier than I've ever been in my whole life in a lot of ways. I just got back from a weekend with my um, one of my daughters and my youngest grandson, and we went boogie boarding Saturday. And we played wild ping pong on Sunday, and my daughter and I went dancing on Sunday night. So it's like it's really got me in good shape. Um, Emmons did probably the most scientific research on gratitude, and a lot of the class was based on his work. And he said gratitude has the power to heal, to energize, and transform lives. And I'm totally in on that. It's done that for me. Um, Now we're looking at ways that gratitude can increase your health, your happiness, help you psychologically, spiritually, and improve relationships. Um, now, now, some people try to do a gratitude and they really struggle with it. And then somebody said, "Well, why is it so freaking challenging to be grateful?" You know, is a question. And uh, part of it is because a lot of people do lists for gratitude. It's like, okay, here's my gratitude, and they write down a bunch of things that they should be grateful for. But it's just a list, and it's on paper, and it hasn't really penetrated their body. And so the word that they really used in the class that I did, and that really makes more and more sense to me, is not just to do gratitudes or write gratitudes or record gratitudes, but to savor gratitudes. And that means when you say a gratitude, it's like, I'm really glad I'm doing this class because I'm doing it for you guys, but I'm also learning a lot. I'm reviewing a lot of my old notes from it, and I'm really enjoying doing it. And it's delicious to do that. So uh, the human mind is Teflon for gratitude. It just slides right off. You don't pay any attention when something good happens. But we were talking, Michael and I were talking about we're Velcro, the mind is Velcro for problems. That's why all the news is bad, because people ears perk up if they hear something bad. It's like, I got to prepare for this, or I got to think about this, or I got to worry about this. And we just kind of, something good happens, and I have had a thing, where I've caught myself going, something really great happens for me. And my mind goes, I don't have to worry about that anymore. And then it goes right on to the next problem, to worry about. And it literally is like it's gone in a tenth of a second after a good thing has happened.
Yeah.
So savoring gratitudes is about taking a good breath, ah, and just really feeling it in the body. Something really good happened. And it's like that thing in terms of if a tree falls in the forest, is there a sound? Well, if something good happens to you and you don't spend some time really enjoying it in your body, then did any good thing happen to you? And I really think that's a serious question. And I think that is really the key, to the whole world of gratitudes that I've experienced.
Mm.
is that I really have to um, just really enjoy it in my body. Just sometimes just, I just let out some sounds or delicious sort of thing to really get it in my body. And we're all warriors, and we know that that's where healing happens, is when we get our body involved in it. And that's where healing happens. And gratitude is a healing energy for us. So it's really important to do that. Um, Now, we were talking about, Michael was talking about like kids, grow up crying, and it doesn't come natural to be grateful in some ways. And it is a learned discipline. Some people are more um, aligned with it, and it's easier for some people. But for everybody, even those who are aligned with it, they really have to be disciplined about it to really make it a better guide in their life, a major healing energy in their life. So, um, and I really feel like gratitude is really connected to creativity. I
Mm.
really feel like it's helping me be more in the moment, and it's helping me be more creative in the moment.
Mm.
It's helping me pay attention to all the details and see how the details and things can go together in different ways. And so um, it also can be playful, and I'll get into that a little bit later too. Um, so um, some of you know Hafiz. One of the things that he did that a friend of mine actually turned into a song with a quote of Hafiz is, "There are so many gifts still unopened from your birthday, so many handcrafted presents that have been sent to your life from God, from the higher spirit, from the universe, and that's exactly what I'm talking about is like um, if you don't open them, if you don't enjoy them, if you don't resonate with them, then they're not really gifting you anything. Even though good things are happening, you are just not making your life better. You're not being happier because of it, unless you can really savor the gratitudes that are there. Um, uh, and most of you have heard my mission. I was pretty interesting with just getting ready for this class. I thought about mission, and I looked at my mission, and my mission really is aligned a lot with gratitude. My mission is I co-create with others a universe of aliveness and love, which are both things that I'm looking for things that are alive and grateful for that show up in my life. So I'm tuned into those. And
Mhm.
I do that by experiencing the world as friendly, which is what Einstein said. He said the major question every man asks himself is the universe friendly? And either you're a victim or you're a friend of the universe, is the way he was sort of putting it. And I also do it, part of my mission is to savor gratitudes. That's right in my mission. And then to be curious how it's all unfolding even better than I can imagine. And it really is, I mean, that's looking for gratitudes. That's almost a description of looking for gratitudes. And my mentor, Dick Olney, used to say, um, I give thanks for help unknown, already on its way.
Mhm.
And
Cool.
that's just a statement of, it's coming. I don't know what form it's going to look like. So I'm on the lookout for help unknown, already on its way. So, benefits of gratitude. Um, you can see on my on this side back here, some of them. Um, Psychological, social, spiritual, physical, cognitive. That's from the class I took. Um, and what we focus on grows, and I think that's a major um, universal truth that whatever we focus on grows. And so if we focus on what we're afraid of or what we're worried about, we get more things to worry about. We get more things to be afraid about. And if we focus on gratitudes, we start seeing and enjoying and experiencing more things to be grateful for. So scientifically, people report, and they've done real scientific studies about, like get a group that's absolutely hegemonious, they're very alike, uh, and then split them into two groups and have one group do gratitudes and have other groups do other things that might help them and get therapy or whatever. And the group that does gratitudes ends up coming up on top, improves their happiness and their health in every one of them. Um, so people report more positive emotions and less negative emotions. And it's like a less resilient, it's a more resilient experience for them. They're more capable of moving with things that happen they're unexpected for doing it. There's a lot less anxiety, and they're not as easily pulled off from their center. And there's just more emotional intelligence. And let's see if I can share. I like this wheel because I wanted to show you the emotional wheel. I think for me that's really fascinating to see. Most people, when they're asked, how many emotions they feel, most people come up with three: mad, glad, and um, a third one. You know, um,
Mad, sad, glad.
yeah, maybe those three. But just scientifically, with people that do studies on that, that's what they come up with. Well, this is about like 120 variations of emotions, and I really feel like um, exploring gratitude has really helped me just kind of really be more open to looking at emotions that come up and being curious about them and dealing with that. You are the gift was something that was really powerful for me. Somebody said that, and to really see that in myself and see that in others, see others as gifts and acknowledge myself as a gift. And I have more access to that feeling that there are gifts around when I'm in gratitude. Um, what they found is socially, um, basically, when we're in gratitude, we're spending less time with the Ain't It Awful Club. Anybody's, hung out with, you know, Ain't It Awful stuff, and building more strong, positive relationships and more supportive, helpful, and heartfelt appreciations happening in relationships, and more ease of connection with others, more collaboration, more fun, more creativity. Um, Another one of those circles just over my shoulder is spiritual. And it's really, people find that uh, gratitude helps them connect to God, to a higher power, to inner peace, to greater experience of grace, um, beauty, breathing, oneness, inner peace, greater experience of grace, positive self, um, building tolerance for feeling good, expecting good, more trust in the universe as we experience more joy and value. Physically, people experience that what we focus on grows. So in some of our elder circles, we talk we locally we talk about we do the organ recital, meaning people talk about what's going on in different parts of their body, what's going wrong in different parts of their body. And what they find with people that do gratitudes is there's an improved energy, there's sounder sleep, and there's basically fewer health complaints from people that are doing a lot of gratitudes. Cognitively, we become aware that the mind is geared to focus on problems and fixing, so we move to our heart. Gratitude moves us from our mind down to our heart, and there's an appreciation of learning. There's more alert, focused. There's more cognitively engaged for doing it. So thanks for sharing some things about gratitude and some gratitudes for yourself. The recording is back on again. And now we're going to talk about how, what to do when you get stuck. Like you commit to doing gratitudes and then you go, I don't know what to be grateful for. And you just don't know where to go. So I'm just going to give you a couple categories that you can think in that can really help you, because gratitude is a learned skill, and it takes our warrior to really work at doing it, and remember to savor those gratitudes, because that keeps you coming back, because you're getting reward. Anytime you are savoring anything, you're having a good experience. So let savoring gratitudes really benefit you and everybody around you. So some things you can do is you can start out imagining yourself out in the woods, and you slept in the woods, and you were not comfortable, and you woke up, and now you're kind of cold and you're hungry, and you don't have a lot of clothes, and you're just sort of hanging out there, a little uncomfortable, and allow yourself to just experience that. Just you got nothing. Okay, now if you had your eyes closed, open your eyes and look in front of you and notice that you may have a computer or a phone in front of you, and think of all the different ways, all the programs you have, all the tools that you use with one or both of those things. They really are helping you out in a lot of ways. So be grateful for that. And then look around in your surroundings, right where you are. Is there a window there? I've got a window with actually a bird feeder and a hummingbird feeder right above my computer. Is there heat? Do you have a roof over your head? Yeah, be grateful for that. Think about other things in the room, pictures, a bed, clothes, just anything that you have there that you really can be grateful that you have available for you when you need it. Imagine yourself, or go in the kitchen and look, there's a refrigerator with food in it and an ice box, probably with it. Yeah, maybe a microwave, a stove, or some way to heat food. There's actually running water. Imagine if you had to go down to the stream, and carry it in your hands or something like that. Is there hot water? I mean, just uh, going through your whole house, a bathroom, with a toilet, with a toilet paper and a shower. There are just so many things. Think about all the things in your house and just walk around and appreciate things. So walk around your house. Is there a vehicle, a car, or a truck out there? Is there a bike out there? Is there a driveway? Is there sidewalk and streets? And possibly buses and, just all kinds of things in your whole neighborhood, in your whole town. And then just start expanding out in your whole state, in your whole country, in the world, in the universe. I mean, if you look at pictures of all the planets, which one would you like to live on? I bet it'd be the Earth, because we got a pretty good deal here, living here. So those are some ways that you can do it. Um, now, can you see? You're not blind. You could be grateful for that. Can you distinguish colors? Well, there's another thing you can be grateful for. It's all a matter of perspective. Like Helen Keller said, I cried once because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Perspective. Just don't take anything for granted. Go up your body, thanking your toes, your feet, wiggle your toes, your feet, your ankles, your legs, your genitals, your torso, your arms, shoulders, hands, fingers. They can do so much. Your neck, your head with your lips, and you can speak. You can hear with your ears. You can smell. The eyes are just so incredible. That's all just really plus stuff for you. You can go through, like life, health, food, spouse, family, friends, housing, finances, clothes, weather, transportation, tools, electronics, memories, past, dreams, future, communication, accomplishments, skills, pillows, birds, nature, a huge thing. Pets of all kinds are just really wonderful things to just really be grateful for. Access to a shower, your family members, even if they're not present, that they are there for you, ancestors. Um, so, yeah, those are just some of the things that you can just really appreciate. Vegetables, flowers, grass, lakes, ocean, a path in the woods, whatever. Just enjoy that in your life and savor. Remember to savor them, because when you savor all those things, you are experiencing pleasure from it. That's your reward for being grateful. And your other reward is that people around you are going to be more grateful and friendly and happier too. So it just really will make you a happier person. Back to that. Great. And practices. And I think like uh, I hear a couple of you have struggled like with doing gratitude. So you have now the list of things you can be grateful for. But I think a good practice can be really helpful in a lot of ways. So one is just breathe and focus on gratitude, and take a minute each morning to choose an inner attitude of gratitude, inner attitude of gratitude for the day ahead. Is one, just really starting the day. And somebody said it's like, before the world gets a hold of you, it's important to set your own mindset about what your day is going to be like. And my wife and I actually we script our day, talking about what our day is going to be like every morning, and we do that literally every morning. And I really think it helps starting a day like that. Um, Second one is pretty obvious. Doing a gratitude journal. Three good things, every night. Write down that you appreciate, and as you write down, take time to savor those good things. Don't just write them down. or I actually record them. Um, uh, Savor them. Just really um, feel them in your body. Have good memories of the joy in your body um, that made you grateful in the first place. Gratitude language is the next one, expressing thanks. Give time every day to verbally express gratitude to others, to family, friends, coworkers, even random people you encounter in the day. A big one for me when I did the class was we did gratitude letters, and you just pick somebody that is special in your life that you haven't really thanked properly, and you just write down and you use a lot of details about exactly why you really appreciate them being in your life, and make it you know at least a full page of stuff, and then um, you can mail it to them, or the best way to do it is to visit them and just tell them those things. I did it with my sister, and I just called her up since she's 2,000 miles away. Um, and it just really feels like it was a bond for the two of us when I did that with her. I just really felt like it changed things with us a lot. Um, Now, one thing I've got is a gratitude bracelet. It's got a sea turtle, and this one has 24 beads on it. It's like a little rosary, and that's what I use at night. And I go around and do 22 or 24, depending on which. I've got a couple of these. Um, and That's my practice. So I make sure that I do at least 24. I've done this for months, and only one night I didn't do it because I got halfway. I woke up in the in the morning, and I still had it on my hand, and I was halfway around it, and I had fallen asleep before I got any further. And I felt like that was one big huge gratitude to be able to just zonk out like that. Um, a big one. Because we can really get hung up on negative things, is in the class that I took, they talked about the redemptive twist. And what that means is it's like the silver cloud, the silver lining around any dark cloud, um, or the long term, like for me, Vietnam, was a terrible experience, and more Vietnam vets have committed suicide than actually died in the war, you know. And I really feel like it made me who I am today. And I was suicidal myself when I came back. Um, but I made it through that, and I really feel like it made me stronger. And I would not give that up because I really feel like I love who I've become through part of it. So anyway, the long run, like how it could, like one guy said in high school, a PE teacher told him in front of the class that he'd never amount to anything. And he took the embarrassment as a challenge, and he became the school president the next year. you know. So it's like it's not what happens to you, it's what you decide to do about it because it happened to you. The attitude you take is what really happens. And so there's all kinds of things like that can happen. Um, so other things that you do is life loves you cards. But those are Louisa Hay. Hay House sells Life Loves You. There's a Life Loves You book and Life Loves You cards. And I really feel like that believing that you are loved, um, that you do, that that life loves you. It's easier that, to say life loves me than it is to say I love me. It feels like, kind of, is that egotistical or what? But I can much easier say life loves me. And I really do believe that life loves me. And the more I get to that point, the more I can allow good things to happen to me. Because a lot of people, um, my mentor used to have people, um, they'd catch somebody that was just sort of really stuck in terms of not feeling good about themselves and nothing is going right. And he'd have them say, I have to earn or deserve every good thing that I get, you know? And he'd say that and then feel in your body what happens. And a lot of times they would go, oh yeah, I'm not letting anything good in. Um, and so just believing that we don't have to earn or deserve good things in our life. Life loves us just the way we are. I think that's a crucial aspect of that. Um, I think next time I'll get to upper limits. How good can you feel? I've got a whole bunch of stuff for if we do another one. Anybody's interested in that. And humming. I wonder how this is going to be helpful for me when any new thing happens. Just have that attitude of new things showing up in our life unexpectedly. How is this a good thing? How is this going to help me in some way? Even if it looks, bad in some ways. So uh, the sort of the summary of all that is see good things, savor those good things, and then speak about those good things to somebody. See them, savor them, and then speak them. SSS. So we're almost out of time. So remember, giving and receiving gratitudes is a powerful force in the world. And I hope we um, got a lot to think about here. And remember to write down any stretches or practices you have. I was going to do a breakout, but we really don't have time for that. But please do that. Um, and thanks for showing up and sharing today.
Well, I'm thankful for you giving this class, and thankful for you working on yourself so you can speak from your experience. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I really had trouble doing this in one place because, like, who am I to do this? And yet it's something that needs to happen. And I certainly have spent a lot of time and energy and exploration on it. So thank you.
Yeah, it makes you an expert.
Mhm.
Yeah, I echo that. I was going to say the same thing, that it's I see you as an expert in gratitude, and I know it's had a huge impact on you, and I appreciate you putting this together. Um, as a follow-up to that, I heard you mentioned uh, next session, and I wanted to know if you had details for that or what your vision for that was.
2 weeks from tonight, same time, same Zoom. If people are interested in.
I am.
I will be in Ireland, so uh, I will not be able to attend.
Well, we will celebrate you.
I'll
As
probably
an
be
as an
celebrating.
My mother was an O'Connor, so
Oh, nice.
I'll celebrate you being in Ireland.
We will be in 2 weeks. Where will we be? I don't know. Listowel, I think. Trying to figure out the house.
Hmm. All right. Any last
And
comments?
thank you so much for this, Tom. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Thank you, Tom.
Hmm. All right.
And
Yeah.
it also it gave I'm doing some things right with this gratitude thing. Thank you. Because it's always nice to go review and go, okay, yes, it is. You're on the path.
Yeah, I hear that too. All right. It's 8:01, so thank you very much. And I will do another class in 2 weeks, and I'll get this video out to anybody who is interested in that. And
Yeah, I would love to get I know I missed the first part, so I'd love to
great.
see that, Tom.
I'll make sure you get
Yeah.
that. And does anybody mind if I have your comments at the end recorded?
That's
No.
fine.
It's fine with me.
Great. All right. Well, thank you much for being here, and we'll see you in 2 weeks or along the line someplace.
Good to meet you guys.
It's good to
Yes. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.